the options that have been presented to us by this new information technology are certainly an advantage over what we had 50 years ago. 50 years ago,
yeah.
If they wanted to break into the house, they're going to break into the house. And you're not going to be able to do a damn thing about it. And it still happens in some places. But if you're taking our advice here, you have the ability to protect yourself against this by at least giving the bad guys something else to think about before they act on their little impulse. And but let's say you're not there, all right? Let's say you're not there. And they decide that what you got in the house is worth the risk of being photographed and hunted down with dogs and buried alive, all right?
You've got a serious problem. I mean, everything we've discussed up to this point will take care of almost every situation for everybody, right? There's other things you can do. You can get chimes and alarms for your doors and your windows and all that kind of stuff. But if your circle is big enough, meaning that you've got coverage, cameras, you know what's going on around you. If those things can be defeated, you already have a much bigger problem than somebody who hasn't even thought about this.
Well, say for instance my house. Let's say the guy decides to ignore all of the potential problems with trying to break into my house, and nobody's there, and he wants to break into the house. He's going to break into the house,
right? Yeah,
he's going to kick the back door down. So I don't keep it locked. Because the harder you make it for a determined guy to break into the house, the more shit he's going to fuck up in the process of doing it. And, I mean, a guy that is willing to get shot to break into my house is willing to kick the back door down.
Sure.
And locking the door, in my particular situation, it doesn't make any sense. Now, if you're living in town, you can harden the facility.
Right.
And there's ways to do that, and these are also some interesting things to consider.
Yep. You can take, real simple stuff. You can take the strike plate of your door, and when you install those things, or whoever built your house or whatever, used a screw that was about that long, right? And you just sub it for a 3-inch, 2.5-inch, 4-inch long, and go all the way through the stud, and your door all of a sudden becomes really hard to kick in.
Yeah.
The little
instead of just pulling the screw out of the molding, you've got to pull the screw out of the 2x4.
And about that much 2x4, right? Because, you get the whole frame.
Yeah, because you got it doubled.
Right. And then and there's mechanical things that you can put under the doorknob that your door's not getting kicked in if you've got that.
Yeah.
It's going to take more effort. They're going to have to actually destroy some shit.
Kick on it and make a bunch of noise.
A noise, right.
Make a bunch of noise and call a bunch of attention to themselves.
Right.
The way most burglars break into the house is they go in the back door where nobody can see them. They'll kick the door once or twice. If it doesn't release, they'll leave.
Yep.
If they get in, they're in the house 2 minutes because they know where you keep your shit.